Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. In this video, we are going to configure a webmail server and we will test this webmail server by sending an email from one client computer to another client computer, and we will see that both will be receiving and sending the emails as well. So first of all, we have to uh, see that what devices we need in this setup. So first of all, we need a server. You can use this server, and then we use a switch for connection with the PCs. Then we also need a router for the connection with the router to the switch as well. So we will be needing these three basic devices for the communication between the server to the um, client computers. So we need two client computers here. One will be sending the email to another client, and we can see that their communication will be properly done by email. So now we need to connect these devices using wire. So I'm using automatic wires. So we have to connect all the devices to their respective nodes, and the devices are connected through wires. Now next step is to assign IP addresses to all the devices. So I'm assigning the IP addresses. So for PC0, I'm assigning the value 192.168.2.2, and for PC1 I'm assigning 192.168.2.3. Then we have to assign the IPs to these two ports of the router, which are one port is connected to the switch, this switch, and the other port is connected to this router here, which is port number 0/0/0, and the port which is connected with the switch is 0/0/1. So for port connecting to the switch, I am assigning the IP address as 192.168.2.1. This will be serving as a gateway from server to the switch. So basically this gateway is enabling the router to connect the PCs with that specific router, and then that router will be connecting to the server through this port gig 0/0/0. So we have to assign IP address to this port as well. So I am assigning 192.168.3.1, and similarly we have to assign IP address to this server as well. So 192.168.3.2, right? So after assigning the IP addresses, we have to write the IP addresses in the systems as well. So go to the desktop IP configuration, and we have assigned the IP 192.168.2.2. so we need to write that IP here, 192.168.2.2. just copy this address, and we need to give the gateway, which is 192.168.2.1. so gateway is assigned. Now go to PC1 and assign IP address of PC1, which is 2.3, and gateway will be 2.1. right? So now we have assigned the IP addresses to the PCs. We have to configure this router. As we can see that the ports are still red. This means that we cannot communicate through this router to another ports. So we have to configure these two ports from this router. So go to the command line of this router, just select no, just and enable configuration mode, and then we have to see the port number we are going to configure. This port number is gigabit 0/0/1. so interface gig 0/0/1, and IP address of this port is 192.168.2.1, and subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. just type no shutdown. As you can see that this port is now enabled. Now go to the second port, exit from this port first, then we need to configure the second port, which is gig 0/0/0. we have to assign IP address to that port, which is 192.168.3.1, and subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. no shutdown, and this port is also enabled now. Now the last device is server. We have to assign the IP to this server as well. So go to the desktop and 192.168.3.2, and its default gateway is 192.168.3.1. so just close this down. Now we have to check either the devices are communicating or not. So we have to send a packet from server to this PC0, and we can see this is failed. First message will be failed and the next message will be successful. So we can see that our devices are communicating now. As you can see, first message is failed. This is due to the path selection of the message for shortest path. So now we can see that communication is successful. So we have a setup where our devices are communicating properly. So now we have to assign the we have to set up our webmail server, which is going to be configured on this server. So open this server and go to services, and you have a left drop down menu here, which is you have to select email here, and you can see there are two protocols here, two services you can see these are turned on. One of them is SMTP, which is sending mail transfer protocol, and second one is POP3 service, which is post office protocol service. You have to make sure that these services are on, otherwise your communication through email will not be possible. So as you can see, these are on, so we have to move forward. So for webmail server configuration, we have to use a domain name. So we must have a domain, our private domain, for which we are going to create our email addresses. So you can create any domain here. So I'm creating abc.com. So this is our domain, and I'm creating two users here. One of them is Ali, and its password is Ali. So just click on plus and it will add this account in this domain. Second account is Usman, and its password is also Usman. So we have created two users here on this domain abc.com. So this server now has a domain which consists of two users for which we have enabled the email services. Now we can move to the PCs and we can set up our email accounts which we have configured on this domain. So go to PC0 and you need to select email, and here we don't have any email account now, so we have to create an email account which we will be going to use for our communication. So as I have created two email accounts with two usernames, one of them is Ali and second one is Usman. So I am configuring the account of Ali here, ali@abc.com, and our incoming mail server will be the IP address of the server. So IP address of the server is 192.168.3.2, and you need to copy this IP address. Now we need to give the username and password for this account which we have created on this server, as the name of the username was Ali and the password was also Ali. So you have to provide username and password and then click on save. So here we have set up our account on PC0. Now we need to move to second PC and perform similar steps, but account will be different, which is usman@abc.com, and incoming mail server will be 192.168.3.2, and we have to copy this. Our incoming mail server and outgoing mail server, as we are using only one server, so this one server will be working both as incoming server as well as outgoing server. So here you need to provide the username and password. So we have configured the email addresses. So now we need to send an email from PC1 or from the account of Usman to the Ali. So we will be sending an email from Usman to Ali. So go to compose and write the email address of ali@abc.com and subject test email. Hi Ali, this is an email from Usman. So just press send. I think we have some password issue here. SMTP authentication failed. So we have to see that our accounts are properly configured. Go to email, these are turned on, and configuration, no sorry, go to email, Ali Usman, and next we have to check the ali@abc.com test email. SMTP authentication failed. We have done something wrong here. Desktop, just close this configuration. 192 dot 168.3.2 168.3.2. So let's try sending a message from PC0 to PC1. So go to email, compose, write usman@abc.com. This is test email. This is test email. Just press send, and you can see that message is sent at the bottom of the this window. Just go to the email account of Usman, just click on email and click on receive, and I think receiving mail from POP server, receive mail server. We have to see the settings again. Email 192.168.3.2.3.2, right? So these are correct. So we don't receive any email. Let us try sending email again to ali@abc.com. Test email. This is test email. SMTP authentication failure. Let's try configuring account again. Configure email, we have to reset this account. Clear usman@abc.com, and incoming mail server is 192.168.3.2. Similarly, email account of next one, username is Usman and password is Usman. Save, and let's try sending email again. ali@abc.com test email. This is test email. I think we have set up a wrong password on the server, So go to the server email Usman, and all the password is correct. Let's change this password to 123 and add user already exist. We need to change the password to 123. 123 password is changed. Now go to the PC1 and go to its settings. Need to reset the account. Clear Usman email address usman@abc.com. Password is 123. Save. Now we need to send this email, but still this is showing so I have made some changes here. I have deleted the account of Usman and added new account as Yasser, and I have set its password as Yasser, and I have configured that account on this computer. You can see that details are same. So now we need to send an email to Ali from this computer. So ali@abc.com, test email. This is test email from Yasir. So press send, and you can see the confirmation message that your email is sent successfully. Just close this down, and we have to confirm that we have received the email on account of Ali. So go to PC0 and click on receive, and you can see the email from Yasir is received here. This is the test email from Yasir. So if we send an email from Ali's account to Yasir, so we have to type yasir@abc.com, and again networking. This is for networking. Just press send, and you can see the message is sent. Just close this down and go to the account of Yasir email and press on receive, and you can see you have email from Ali. Just open this email, and this is the correct email which we have just sent. So we have successfully configured and tested our webmail server. So this server is now enabled to communicate for these two PCs. Now you can create multiple accounts for multiple users, and then you can communicate with them using this webmail server. So I hope you have learned this um, protocol email configuration or webmail server configuration. So we will be